you know the drill. Let's go ahead and double check that all systems are go. All right. Game good. Mic good. Music be good. I'm feeling slightly less than good, but that is a-okay. Get that requisite chair shuffling noise in the background. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. I should. Ah, damn it! I should have had some energy drink. I should have had some energy. Okay. Just slap it up. Just slap it up. All right. How about we do this? Hey there, heroes! My name is Hero Girl. I'm your friendly local neighborhood hero tuber and a professional idea haver. This is The Daily Grind. Today is March 10th. Happy Mario Day, Tuesday, 2026. This is that time of the day where we come on and we do our dailies. We grind them. Grind them into dust. Grind them until there's nothing left. Grind them until your soul, your joy, your livelihood is naught but dust in the wind. Gonna play some white and or red. That's fine. We got some feather that I want to be deck. I mean, there was the Tataru deck that I threw together that I kind of want to like see if she holds up. But I still need to actually go through some initial games to get the one, to get the RSD out of the way, but also to get a better idea of what I want to do with the deck. That might be the first step to getting a little bit better at making decks that can work on stream. Right now it's just a bunch of Taxes cards. Lots and lots of Taxes cards. Because Tataru's never winning a game on her own, right? She's an 0-3. She's an 0-3 that says whenever an opponent draws a card on our turn, we make a tapped treasure. And the ability only triggers once each. Like, okay, we can get treasures. And then it's not even worth, like, trying to build around the fact that we get treasures. Because we can't consistently get it to pop off unless we let our opponent draw a lot of cards. And you don't actually want your opponent to draw a lot of cards. Lucky, thank you so much for the fitty bitty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, we'll go play some feather. Double check the deck real quick. We eyes ourselves. Oh yeah, I'm trying out the red mages right here today. Made a couple of changes. Nothing like really of note. I'm gonna be a little bit less energetic today, chat. I'm gonna be a wee bit less energetic because yesterday was a heck of a time. I think it might have something to do with the fact that I felt really awful after I went 0-8 last night. Like, I'm glad that I didn't just like crash out on someone. I was still pretty upset because a lot of those losses were from not just mistakes, but also, you know, the old mana value variance. You know, the stuff that comes up when we're playing Brawl, right? Aya, Intangible Slayer. Getting matched up against Mono Wrath deck. Fight as one can help out. Swords and Plowshares doesn't do anything in this matchup. There's Charm, Eruption. If we get to like 4 mana, we're fine, but that's a lot of time to spend trying to dig for mana. I'll keep it because of the upside of having fight as one, but we really want to start like digging. This is something I'm probably... Actually, yeah, I want to make sure that we guarantee hit 4 lands. I want to make sure that I get to a point where I don't have to... Curse of Silence on Feather is incredibly rude. Shh. much I don't have anything else I really want to do. Right now, I'm immediately at that point, and this is a good example of I suddenly feel trapped, and like this is going to lead to my inevitable defeat, and it's going to take me forever to actually like get to that point. I no longer want to play, and I want to just like take my cards and go home. And at the exact same time, it's like, but I know that I can still play a game here. But for my own sanity, I'm just not. It's that feeling of it's that feeling trapped bit that I really want to try and work through. And that is something I get to talk about with a actual factual therapist tomorrow. So like heads up, no stream tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna take my time heading down to make sure I don't get lost in a new area. Talk to someone. Try and like lay the groundwork for how I would like this professional to help me get past some stuff. So often I get into these games where I'm like, there is no reasonable way that I can win here. Like, I just should not win, period. And every time, like, some of these games are easier to play out than others. We've had a lot of games against high bay that are like that, where it's like, okay, you know, we're probably favored 1090 against 2080 if we're being generous. Fragaman connects. Fragaman scores. And sometimes I'm like, okay, you know what? We'll go ahead. We'll play it out. We'll see what happens. Because we know that it's not, you know, a guaranteed thing, right? Like in that last match, it's, you know, it's not guaranteed that just because we're not going to get to play Feather with protection until like turn 6 or whatever, that we're actually going to have to do anything. I'm going to play the Hex's Vulture. And also, you know, any given Sunday. Any given Sunday, you have a chance. Part of what makes Magic great is that you just never know for sure. But god damn does it feel bad sometimes, you know what I mean? Ooh, Ephemerate. That doesn't do anything for me right now. Goodbye. And I would like to just figure out exactly how I can get to this point where I can more comfortably say, okay, you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll give it a shot, and if we lose, we lose. We survive. Ooh, I can play Sanctuary of All? I can't play Sanctuary of All. They picked it up. Okay. Oh, I forgot to use this boon of safety to start putting counters on my guys. Doesn't matter. We still got there. Like, sometimes you see a commander, and you have an expectation of what the matchup is going to be, right? When you sit down to play Brawl, you automatically get to see what their flagship is. And you just start doing the preparation in your mind for, like, you know, what you're going to have to hold on to, what you need in order to get to that win condition state, and what the game is going to look like. And if you get matched against one that you really don't like the play pattern of, i.e. like, I get matched against that Kaya deck from last game, and I go, this is going to be literally nothing but Rafts. And I keep a hand because it has, you know, protection against those. And then suddenly I get hit out of left field by, oh, but you don't get to play the commander that I need to in order to actually keep that protection up. Then it's just, I'm trying to decide whether this is an ADHD RSD moment where it's just like, this feels bad, so I don't want to be a part of it. An autism moment of, this does not comply with the exact vision that I had, therefore I do not want to participate. Or if it's some other third thing entirely, you know? Like maybe if it's some sort of a... If it's within my immediate control, I feel safe. But then the second that it leaves that field of control, I suddenly feel threatened and I need to, like, you know, go into I am a trapped coyote mode and I will chew my own leg off. Or I guess in this case, the less extreme version of I will just disconnect from the game. Lots of stuff to work through. Lots of stuff to work through tomorrow. Joda the Unifier. This is another one of those decks where you just know what the game plan is. Play this game long enough, you have an idea of, like, game plans, what you need to beat them, stuff like that. This would be an okay hand if we had, like, one more creature. We have Skrill. That helps out a lot. Monstrous Rage. This is also a really slow hand. We're not going to have any way to interact with Joda. Joda is big, and then once Joda sticks on the field, it just snowballs. If we can get underneath and deal a lot of damage, that's fine. Skrill Protecting Feather is okay. I'll keep it. There are matchups like this where you jam and you go. And you pray for the best. And someday, chat, someday I'm going to unlock the secret to Nirvana here. Someday I'm going to figure out what is, like, triggering this flight response in me. Arcane Signet. Yep, that's fine. We're a little worried about Feather getting countered. Gonna go ahead and, like, get Scrub now, I guess. And then I have to, like, pray that I hit something soon. Because Joda is coming to town. I mean, that's Ryle. A lot of... And, like... I don't know. Could just be dead. They have enough mana to go Joda potentially into like a 1-drop or Ragavan, but if they get to untap with Joda, then we're in danger. Ooh, Vivian instead. Vivian, make a creature? A 3/3 with reach, probably? I mean, yep, that's reach.
I'd like you to meet my friend.
I've got Monstrous Rage, I've got Coordinated Assault, Burrow's Charm. I need to kill Vivian. Because Vivian will just fuck my shit up. There's a Kiln Fiend. A Kiln Fiend would also be really good. This is potentially a setup turn. So then let's go... This would give her Trample. Make her die. Monstrous Rage would push 5. 3. That's not enough. That's actually just not enough to kill Vivian. So I would have to just make sure that she can't -2. The Monstrous Rage would do it, though. Coordinated Assault also works there, right? Right. So then let's go Feather. We have Vivian for this turn. They block with the token, of course. So then Monstrous Rage, target. Oh yeah, that's a 6/4, so that's already 3 damage. I could play the Coordinated Assault and, like, kill her for sure. I think that's worth. Yeah, that is 100% worth.
Don't worry.
That could have been going to their face, but now that we have the Kiln Fiend going, I think we can kill them on the next turn. Oh no, don't tell me that this is a stern scolding. The crop rotation. The good news is we have our path to victory. Bad news is, can we get there? If they don't, because if they run like a Wrath out, give up both their mana, we have a hard time reaping. So like, oh, they went for a surveil. They might be trying to dig for an answer here. It might have been really that might have been a load-bearing Vivian. So here's where we're currently at, right? I've been working through a lot of personal issues, personal insecurities and whatnot these past few years. Ooh, Leyline Binding. Okay. Leyline Binding targets Skrelv. Go ahead and... Gotta be Feather, right? Not quite. I can actually protect the Kiln Fiend instead. Well, yeah, we'll protect the Kiln Fiend, I think. Oh no, it's just Yoda. Okay. Oh, they might have done that so they can go ahead. Okay, I see. Then... just do it like... Everything's just resolving, so I think I don't have to worry about anything else. It's already like 10... Monstrous Rage. Do I need Rile Up? Rile Up is like just more power. I think I want Boros Charm actually. Okay, so then... yeah, target creature gets double strike. That should be game. And that is absolutely game, yep. Okay, when we could get, like, going like that, life looks easy, doesn't it? And yet, I need to find a way to let go of a lot of the tension that comes from going up against powerful commanders like. How do I get that tension out of our body, chat? Because something I was about to say was, I've been working through these past 3 years. That's really what the book is about. It's not just about, you know, playing video games. It's about how playing those games gave me the space to explore what I was struggling with and learn how to approach those problems. And I still see some of those problems happening in Magic. The person I want to be is the person who can get into any matchup and feel okay even if things like go completely sideways and wrong. The person who can just like lose complete control, give themselves over to whatever happens will happen, and just be okay with that. They say that you should really live life the way that you play your games. Hey, Kellen, thank you so much for dropping the lurk. And that doesn't, obviously, that doesn't mean like, hey, you know what, I play Call of Duty, so I'm going to go on a shooting rampage. No, absolutely not. It means taking a similar approach of, well, if this is a game where you start looking up guides, you look up what the solutions are, you practice in order to improve, then why not apply that to video games as well? This hand doesn't... let's see that. Strangle to deal with Davriel and also a Mox Amber, Burning Prophet. Ooh, red mage's rapier. That might be a reason to hold the Mox Amber now. I don't need the Mox Amber right away from me. Okay, yep, so they're just gonna go Dark Rich straight into Davriel. -2 Davriel. Get a condition, get an offer, sure. Spells you cast cost less, and creatures you don't control perpetually get minus. I can't do nothing about it.
That's it. No more favors from me.
Let's see. Burning Prophet is just non-creatures. Probably worth casting before the red mage's ring. Yes. It kind of comes back to everything else that I've said too. I don't want to be someone who complains about cards that are powerful just for the sake of, just because they're powerful. But at the same time, I should be able to acknowledge when something is frustrating and why. I'm going to do this so that I can just scry immediately. Make sure I get some value off this profit. Luminancer's really good. That's another threat. And this is a matchup where we just want to, like, machine gun threats at him. Yep. Searches target's graveyard, hand, and library. Yep. 4 mana instant. Turns into a 3 mana instant. Lets them, like, get perfect information, too. Oh, wait, shit. That ruined my scry. Is what it is, I guess. Ron, thank you so much for the hydrate redeem. I want... the... Actually, hold on. Does this give... This gives haste. Yeah, this gives haste. Hydrate, you soul salty. Ron, I understand that you are saying this as a joking and loving friend. But unfortunately, I am not in a headspace to really appreciate that type of joke. This is not your fault. But I am definitely in a headspace where life is just a mire. Nah, it's fine. You get how arena time works. Well, it's not even arena, right? It's not even arena specifically. It's life. This is not an arena problem. This is a life problem. This is the reason why I'm going to therapy tomorrow. Like every time that I start having issues with Magic, with Final Fantasy, with anything like that, anytime that I start getting frustrated or what have you, it is never because of the thing that I'm doing.
Don't bother me, or else.
It is for the simple fact that life is hard. Life is hard. I need time to process, and unfortunately, sometimes your hobbies just video clip. Sometimes your hobbies are just cruel. This is +2/+2 First Strike Vigilance. Shit.
I value my solitude anyway.
Like, I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy the fact that me having issues comes back every time I want to play Magic. There's just something about Magic and the fact that I'm currently in competition mode that causes the, or at the very least, like, amplifies and brings these issues. Yep, saw that coming. This is going to be a slug for sure. Fire bendings. Fire bending. Expert. Love you, friend. Love you too, Fran. Love you too. And like, again, this isn't like anyone's issue. And honestly, if I'm being honest, I don't particularly care for whenever streamers would like go online and air those issues. I can think of it more than a few streamers where I would tune in and it was like, Jesus, girl, you have too many fucking problems. Chill the hell out. I just don't know how to separate that out from me, though. How does one separate out the fact that they are feeling what they're feeling when it affects the thing that they're doing? Like, on the one hand, at least I'm tying it into the thing that we are doing. I'm tying it into, you know, the activity. This is about life. And if they kill my thing again, I'm just scoop. I don't think I can draw enough threats to really this engine going. I'm out here communicating, looking for not just compassion, but like understanding. I'm looking for like the residents here. I'm looking for someone to be like, no, actually, I understand exactly what this is like. That's part of why we're doing the stream in the first place. And yet, always, and yet, always, I just get so worked up because I don't have another outlet to work through this prior to going on the stream, and I should be able to work this out before I come on the stream so I can just like have my chill time. So we can have chill time. So people can come in and they can have the comfortable experience that I'm trying to curate for them. Chat, I am so sorry that I am... What? Being human? That's not it. That's absolutely... I'm not apologizing for being... But it's also... You come on here to be entertained. You, the audience, the listening audience, both on Twitch and the YouTubes, you come on here to be entertained. And to, you know, to talk to people, to talk about movies, to talk about the shows, the comics that we're reading. I'm reading through Season 1 of Chainsaw Man. Well, I guess Part 1 of Chainsaw Man. That's some good stuff. Also, this might be a matchup that we're pretty good against. Rated not faithful absent. This is bad. Our lives are but dust in the wind. And I am praying that, you know, the void that we're screaming into will in fact scream back at some point. That we can share in the mutual pain. At the same time, though, like, think about it from the other end. If I was to just be like this, and then someone told me, actually, no, I don't feel, yeah, or no, someone would have walked in my chat and use this as a spot to just start losing it, start like trying to make this their space, but this is also my space. So how are we reconciling that? Also, so Marlin can come down next turn and they can start grabbing stuff. Marlin can come down next. It's an odd position to be in when you are the one on stage. Oh, they got like 2 lands off me. I can play Tataru. I can play Lin. I'd like to play the God Pharaoh statue here soon. You draw a card and target opponent may draw a card. Gotcha. I guess you can just like treat her as a Queen Mare, Giver of Runes, sure. There's the mana. They have so much mana. I need to get this Archon down. Ah, god damn it, they have grief. They have grief, they can take my Archon. Now they have Candela as they only get to cast once per turn they can cast of. I would love to get the Archon down. Kinda like I'm saying, Tataru actually doesn't help us win the game at all. Like she can block, but that's about it. Eventually gets +1/+1. End step. The creature entered and the creature died. Return the perfect grave to the battle. 5. Unless they pitch the grief, they can't cast the grief. There's that. I feel a little bit better now. Much is fine. I do be wishing life was just a tad easier, though. Life was a little easier to navigate, but that's why we see professionals, folks. I mean, you might as well. I'm only ever blocking here, right? I don't actually care if Tataru gets... Okay, yeah, Tataru gets blown up. That's whatever. I don't want them to pitch grief. Ah, damn it. They're pitching grief. I mean, the God Pharaoh statue... They don't care about Linval. It's either God Pharaoh statue or Archon, right? It might even be God Pharaoh. Okay, they do take the God Pharaoh. Oh, right. That sucks. Now I can't cast both. Let's file. Exile. Then maybe ever it's just like oh, do they only get like control from one exile Marlin with this turn without paying? Oh my god, she's worse than I thought. She is so much worse than I thought. Holy shit. Marlin only lets you cast spells that were exiled this turn. That is so fucking bad. Holy shit. Don't care. Flower in the white tree. Figure. Marius call. Fuck. How do you reconcile it, chat? How do you reconcile just, like, life get hard? How do you move on when you know that things aren't? I don't know. Just dog knows. So now I can. I can't really like attack it. That's 4, 5, 6. That's a lot. And Linval would just like have to trade with a bunch. Len doing a whole lot. We're just waiting until we can hit like something off the top. Yep. They know that they get to cast exactly one card. They get to cast all my cards. Oh my god. I hate this card so much. Not because it's like... What? Why? This card has so much wasted potential. This card is just so much wasted potential. Go ahead and... Even Interrupter, Tithe Taker. A 9, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, that's plenty big. That's like a lot. This target, you are another permanent. Ah, they get sheltered by a ghost. Now I can do sheltered by a ghost. That's pretty cool. Actually, if I get rid of that Bitter Blossom, I pretty much cut off their card draw, right? Pretty much. Now I get to cast it next turn. We're just chilling out. Chilling out, and I feel pretty good, actually. Taming Priest is also really... Yeah. I can even get back my thing. I could get back Valkmir, who would come back as like a another 2/3. That's still 6. That would have to be... Still not big enough. Not just yet. Top deck war, the Sentry chat. They get exactly 1 spell each turn, and Marlin can't even like cast anything now because they have to get their own creatures. I mean, that's it. Each creature card in your graveyard perpetually gets +1/+1. Yeah, that would work. Get the lodestone going. Do anything. Cycle this away. Opponent can draw. I can draw. Let's see. Target opponent may draw. Life just continues on. Whenever I'm not come to play. I hope everyone can handle just like everything being chill and low energy today. You don't have to. You don't have to going at it. Maybe that's the actual like crux of this. Just the fact that when you would like streaming, you're kind of required to go on not just as thought. You have so many other things on. Can't help but just 7, 8, 9, 13. Don't have enough to bigger. Yeah, honestly, what are we digging to? I don't even know anymore. Guys just like staring at each other. Yeah, if they have a patriarch humiliation, I'll go ahead and just... This is just wasting both of our times. I can't break through and then they can't do anything. Maybe if I hit a torpor orb sooner, could shut some stuff down. Can do it again. I don't like being made fun of or getting upset. Like, I joke about getting salty, and I talk about wanting to turn salt into something creative, and that's because I hate when it. I hate when I get upset on stream, and then it brings the experience down. I don't want that. I don't want that. But it's definitely a point where I'm really touchy. And I want to learn how to joke about it. I want to learn how to joke about it and make it be okay. But the truth is, when it's just such a raw spot, it makes it hard to get into the mindset where it's okay to joke. Look at someone like NL. That guy's living his best life. He's living good. That's partially because he's reached a point in Nirvana where he's confident with himself. He's comfortable with what he's doing. He's dealt with enough, would-be chatters that any of that just doesn't factor in. Probably named Soldier, right? Okay, we don't just yet. Maybe it's Shelter by Coat. This card can actually, like, get kind of crazy. And it gives Skrelv Ward 2. It's actually not bad. I guess they can always place the Shelter by Ghosts. This is just kind of tempo. Anything else? Alright, so they got it back. For land creature you control enters. Creatures your opponents control enter tapped. This is creatures and non-basics come into play tapped. Let's see. Whenever a creature you control explores a land card, put a land from your hand on the battlefield tapped. Whenever a creature you control explores a non-land, put a counter on her. Okay, that's pretty good. I think I'm actually supposed to name human with this. Yeah, so we always drop the Hushwing Drift. And I'm going to do this now, even though it has flash. Because I don't want to have them untap and like have counter magic available. Theoretically, this is the kind of deck that we're actually going to be built to beat, because I'm trying to build Tataru as like Topper Orb dot deck. Pretty great if I say so myself. Confessor's Bindings. This will let me tap 2 untapped creature. So let's go combat pushback. I might just sit back with Thalia. I don't think I want to. Nah, I think we need some time to set up here. So then let's go. Here's Kinsar Sentry. Professor's Bindings. They can counter stuff. The turn. I'm probably fine tapping down whatnot. Also, this turn dismissal is an indication they definitely have a lot of tempo and bounce, so that way they can get things going. Do I care if they bounce Thalia? Probably. I'm more concerned about this Hushwing Grip. Turn target. Ooh, they're gonna bounce enchantment. Okay. Well, that was at the second main phase, so I don't really have to worry about anything like that. Fire the White Tree's a pretty hot get too. Merfolk expose opponent's cat. Spells that target Merfolk cost 2 more. Abilities your opponent's active target Merfolk cost 2 more. Opponent's running out of gas. Love to see that. I want... Let's see. The Sentry can't actually attack in profitably right now. Unless I go... Fire under the White Tree. And then we go... That's a... Hold on. That's a 3/3. X is less than X is the number of attacking creature. Attacking creature. I could put in a stun wing. Put in dismantler. The onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. So if I attack with all three, or I attack with at least two, that's fine. That should be fine. Yeah, because anything that comes, creatures that come into play. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Start going punchies. I guess this puts in the dismantler rather than the stun wing. That's a 2/5. They can block it with Iconzel and the Realm Walker, but that doesn't do anything. Yeah. They have a pump spell that gets rid of Sentry. I would say yes. Stack, destroy each artifact with mana value. Yep. Okay, so yeah. Yep, that is fine and dandy. Make Sataru tapped. Make Thalia tapped. Get a redraw. Take a turn where we just like get heckin' punched. Maybe not the most well thought out plan. It's fine. Maybe they have like Professor's Binding, Flower in the White Tree, both on there. They could choose a naturalized one. When Griff turns off Tataru, that's relevant for some scenarios. Like we always get to draw the card. They make draw the card. Roaming Throne doesn't do it. And now they have to decide. I guess the River Herald guide is always a good one. Oh no, not Skrelv! Wait, no, that doesn't do anything. Oh, that is a 2/1 that can block Hushwing. Oh. My turn. Oh, there's Mom? That's Mom. I guess I'd always attack with the Hush, right? Yeah, because I want it like right now. So here's Mom. It's a dinosaur. End the turn. Tap Mom because she's actually gonna tap Haru. Because the Dauntless guy is just so much bigger. Anthems would be pretty good for this deck. That would help force through a lot of stuff. Brave the Elements, that's another one that would let us push through a lot of damage. The general idea with this deck is that we want to just not even like outvalue the opponent, but just make it so that way they can't outvalue us. We can make this Torpor Orb deck. We can actually shut down a lot of decks that try and like rely on that value and strategy. A lot of ways, Sataru just kind of helps us survive because she's an 0/3. Doesn't really mean a lot. Also, oh yeah, gonna have Brave the Elements there. Cathar's Crusade worth running in the deck. It might be. Virtue Loyalty is a good one. So, what's the Cordion Torpor? Cordion Torpor Orb is creatures and doesn't cause ability to trigger. We have a few of those effects. Creatures entering doesn't cause abilities to trigger. Creatures entering or dying doesn't cause them to trigger. Artifacts and creatures entering don't cause abilities to trigger. These are all creatures don't cause abilities to trigger. So we can actually get a lot of ETB triggers off of our not creature. Like the Taurus one, which enchanter is worth running because it's also still a land, but we're not running Solitude. Yeah, we're not running Solitude. Haven Interrupter is an enter. This is as you're an ASCII enter. That's not an issue. Annoying Peacekeeper also as enters, so is Chariot Seeker. Judged by Ghost is enchantment. This doesn't count. Invasion of Gabakon does not count. Helios Punishment. No. Lightstall Inquisitor. This is an artifact when it comes into play. Story of the consoles, no. So literally, Aven Interrupter is the only one. And it's still just the flash 2/2. So if we rely on enchantments and such for our removal, we'll be fine. We have all of our taxing effects, like Thorn of Amethyst, Defense Grid, Hightaker, Thalia, Chariot. Invasion has that when it comes to play. Captain Heberhart is a good one. Paladin's Class, Curse of Silence, Stone Golem. There. These are the types of effects that we definitely want. Make sure we're playing. I might cut the Interrupter, try and find a different type of Hate Bear creature. This is a little different than the Renoa deck, because the Renoa deck actually is just like the payoff. The Angelo Cannon can help force through a lot more damage, which a deck like this kind of needs in these matchups. Let's pretend that we cut the here. Oh, that's right. The Clarion Conqueror is also a really interesting one. The Clarion Conqueror basically means that we don't want anything that has an activated ability. Only want the static abilities, but card is also really good on its as a static ability. Thalia. We're basically looking for a bunch of creatures with static effect. Give your end stuff. See, Cathar's Crusade doesn't quite work because it triggers whenever a creature enters. And that just gets shut off by Torpor Orb, but Virtue of Loyalty will just make things big on their own. Pearl Medallion, Defense Grid. I think the activated creature. Sky Seer's Chariot. Crewing is an activated ability, but that shouldn't really matter all too much. Still doing its job just by sitting on the board. Lion Sash is an activated ability. Technically, Invasion of Gabakon, the other side, the Light Shield. Yeah, the Light Shield Array is an activated ability, but it also is an overrun, slow overrun effect. We don't worry about that. Dauntless Dismantler, technically an activated ability. Also, the Containment Priest. The Containment Priest is really good. Stops a lot of the blink shenanigans, a lot of the reanimate effects. These are the kinds of really inconvenient symmetrical effects we are trying to build our deck around. Paladin's Class also has activated abilities. Mother of Runes, Skrelv, and Giver. Technically Candela, because stationing is an activated ability. So like the Clarion Conqueror turns off a lot of stuff that we could actually end up using. But this stuff is also just niche enough that there shouldn't be too many scenarios where the Conqueror is going to trip us up. Not saying it won't happen, but am saying that we will probably. See if we can find any. Technically Ranger Captive Eos, but we want them without enters. That significantly cut it down a lot. Holy shit. Reyes. That's interesting. Oh, wait, actually, hold on. Might be like a team avatar scenario. Creatures controlled can't be blocked. They trigger an additional time. Not really trying to play with triggers unless they have static triggers. Data, monster, Technodrone. Can't attack or block unless its power is 6 greater. Sack another artifact to draw a card. As we don't do that. Savior of Olympus. Whenever this creature trains, exile up to one other target creature from the battlefield or from a graveyard. This is theoretically a beatable Fiend Hunter. Yeah, what if we like try to put a salted in? Oh yeah, the Esper Sentinel. That's a really good one. I don't... Exalt. Let's see. Esper Sentinel fits in very nicely. One in the Underskies, unfortunately, an activated ability, so it's still again. Archivist of Ogum has the potential to draw us a lot of cards. We also want to be careful because we are playing with Spirit of the Labyrinth to help slow it down and not to draw a lot of cards. Crystal Barricade. I'm looking for more ways to help us end games. Even though stuff like Eidolon brings things down. Kind of not what we want. Not playing the Blink deck, so we don't want Failure. I guess Luminarch Aspirant would be really good for this deck because it's a trigger. Will make things just like bigger. The Regal Bunnycorn is awesome. There we go. We're finding it. The Strict Proctor. That's a Torpor Orb effect that we should be running. Adeline triggers whenever we attack is big. Another non-token creature you control dies, and if it... 2... The Aven Mind Sensor. That's another one. That could actually be a much better replacement. The other one. Bygone Bishop is another interesting one because when we cast our creatures, we make clue tokens. We pay mana to sacrifice those clue tokens to draw, except when the Conqueror's out, but then we still have the clue tokens, and Conqueror's still theoretically doing whatever Varion does. Still trying to find, like, payoff cards, though. We can play all the smaller taxing effects that we want. We don't have, like, a solid over. Business is going to suffer. What am I looking? An Anthem type effect would be pretty good. We already have Flower of the White Tree. Not Duelist Heritage. Always watching it. Okay. Probably fine. Technically Prince Tataru into a 2-mana 1/4. Session. Not Rabbling. Actually, we kind of want this to be a creature, don't we? Like, if we can top end our way into finding a creature that would close out the game, that would be ideal, I think. Audric is pretty good. Audric gives everyone the keywords. We have a lot of keywords. Like, flying and first strike is pretty potent. Jazzo has an activated ability for it. So it would have to be a triggered ability, first and foremost. You have your upkeep, you put a counter on each other creature you control. Like, is that just, like, actually okay, rather than playing, like, the Virtue? Play the Virtue, but then it gets taxed? That could be our replacement. Destructible... Steel Seraph. Card that we can play and then just like an efficient card. Yeah. Oh, right. I forgot about the Archangel ties too. See, now we're at a point where we have more stuff that it's what we want and kind of play this super aggro plan. Deals that much damage to any other turns. Phyrexian Vindicate. So many cards. Build so many cool, unique decks. And then the forever issue with these sorts of that they have to be able to survive getting paired against decks. They're going to try to do a yeah. Let's go ahead and cut. That's what is this? Probably a lot harder on the 4 drop. $40 creatures, which is quite a bit. Tuesday, my dudes. I guess I should probably finish working on this later on. Got the Thraben Charm. We can take out some of the... Not too much. We don't want to lose out on like the actual enchantments. Probably take out Karn. Maybe take out the Pharaoh statue. Ray. Oh. I want to cut 2. Yeah, we'll come back to this. Go ahead and switch over to Final Fantasy. I very the stream of conscious type of streaming gets so intense sometimes. And I need delicious. New Wondrous Tales week, folks. Time for some finality of the fantasy. Yep. Yep, it sure is. What is it about writing out personal thoughts and feelings that makes them feel like they need to be profound or something I'm thinking about with regards to the book, and like just one of those little mind goblins I'm trying to beat. Just that idea that no one's gonna want to. Of course, they're gonna people. People would read like literally anything. We call them bookworm, actual, factual, true to life bookworm. People who will read anything with no taste of they just consume. Huh. Oh. I've got bird chores. I'm not worried about people As a reminder, folks, you know, I'm gonna not be streaming tomorrow because I will instead be crashing out properly with a professional. Hopefully that'll be a much more productive time than bringing that energy. Good luck with that. Thank you, Lucky. How do we do it, guys? How do we find that balance between, you know, not feeling ashamed to bring things in and like staying in the correct headspace? This is a new professional. Chance it will go better than last time. Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Sam. Oh, remember to do the event? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. Honestly, yeah. Event time. Yeah, let's do our bird chores and then we'll go play the Little Ladies event. That'll be nice. And yeah, this is a new professional. This is the one that I was talking about. The one that got angry on my behalf when I told her about what happened last. So, I'm looking for... And like, hey, you know what? At least I got my crash out of the way during the magic half, because statistically speaking, most people aren't showing up until this half of the stream anyway. Although, I guess with daylight savings time, it might just, like... That's gonna mess some stuff up. That is going to mess some stuff up, scheduling-wise. And I don't know how to reconcile that. I don't know how to reconcile... Oh, wait, hold on. Is that a... Ooh, that's an A rank. Oh, my God. Hey, Fran, look. It's an A rank. That is an A rank Rocco. I'm gonna go kill it. Alright. Build up speed. Speed. I am speed. I ate losers for breakfast. Should I have had breakfast? Focus, McQueen, focus. One winner, 43 losers. I am the win. Actually, I did do something really nice. So, like, I want to say a couple of weeks ago, there's a conversation that went on in the Hero Girl server with regards to, like, you know, what do you do with bulk after it's, you know, bulk, basically. And it came up again because the idea of a tournament where people rip up cards that get destroyed came up. First of all, like, I have a question with regards to, like, instants and sorceries. Does that mean that, you know, you just rip those cards up as soon as you cast them, or is it only if they get countered? But I was thinking about that, thinking about how strongly I felt about, you know, cards just getting torn up and thrown away. And I realized that there are, in fact, probably two truths to that. One, a lot of these cards are, in fact, disposable. So, you know, even if I don't like it personally, I do have to acknowledge the fact that it's whatever to rip up a card and toss it away. That's not really the moral judgment that I'm trying to make this out to be. But also, it reminded me that there are still a lot of things that I would like to do with the bulk cards that I do have. One of the things that I've heard about and have actively wanted to do, I just have not made the time to do it, is to grab a bunch of cards that have, like, art, like creature art, cut them up, and make tokens to use in tabletop games. Like, if you're playing D&D, you can get some special stands. Cut the images out, animate them. Congratulations! You have D&D minis that you can use now. That's actually really cool. I think that's really cool. And then there's also like, you know, collage projects. I've seen a lot of people who take basic lands. It gets really popular around like Christmas to see stuff like that in the community, where they put red and green lands all over their Christmas trees. See people who do necklaces with card art and clear resin stamps. Yeah, exactly. Like there is a lot of cool and creative stuff to do with cards. So, you know, while it's not like I should be judging people harshly for, you know, choosing to just treat Magic cards as disposable product to throw away, I still would prefer that people explore avenues like, sure, yeah, go ahead and sell all the bulk to, you know, a shop that may or may not decide to do the same thing, but the way better than, check this, eating a Gardevoir deck because it's rotating. Oh yeah, extending the art with paint. That's also a really good one. It really is the principle of the thing. Like, it sounds dumb, but there really is such a thing as having an idea of what you find palatable and what is just not behavior that you want to engage. And I do still kind of stand by the idea that people can do what they want, but I don't have to, you know, like it or approve of it. Especially when it's not like, you know, an identity thing. It's literally just a choice that's being made. Jesus Christ, this big Dalma. Actually, hold on. Why am I not just Fire Force? I have Fire Force. I keep forgetting that I have Fire Force. My wife and I are going to go through our bulk tomorrow. Because I'm not streaming tomorrow, I'm not streaming because of therapy, so we're going to have some extra time to just kind of whatever when we get back. My wife and I are going to go through and we're going to dig out all of our pre-modern cards. We're going to go through and figure out, hey, you know, does this card see regular play in a pre-modern deck? Yes? Alright, let's set it aside. Set it aside and we'll add it to the pool of, hey, you know what, maybe people want to trade for these, maybe they want to buy these off of us. Yeah, I am absolutely part of why I'm tired today. Kind of a little bit on edge. It's just the fact that I did get to go play Magic. I was so excited to play pre-modern with the deck that I've been working on. With the deck that I had been doing research on and stuff like that. And then just can't do. I got fucking wiped. I went fucking 0-8 in a 3-round tournament. It felt awful. I mentioned that a little bit earlier on stream, but it was also the chaos of playing games, not being able to keep a coherent train of thought. Is there a good website to classify your Magic card collection? There's a couple actually. I want to say that Moxfield has the ability to do that, and also I'm pretty sure TCG Player also has that, although your experience with TCG Player may vary considering that, you know, they are owned by eBay and have in fact been doing union bustings. How you want to use that website is a completely personal choice that I won't necessarily judge you for. Not standard formats are very fun. They are. Pre-modern was a lot of fun. And I was telling my wife yesterday as we were leaving, it's really telling that I got absolutely creamed in the games themselves, but the locals were so friendly that I am looking forward to going back and playing more games, especially in the games where I did get a chance to play. The deck felt a lot smoother than it did the first time that I went to action on it. You know what the sad part is? This is all recorded on YouTube. This is a VOD that's gonna be up there until it either gets deleted or the servers get shut down. Until it gets scrubbed by the system as being something completely unnecessary. Are you the ones that need the dumbbells? So like, people at some point could just be watching my thing. They could be watching my VOD. And I have to live with the fact that that is going to make an impression on people. They will, in fact, see me at one of my crashiest. Even if it's not like, you know, angry. Just a, hey, folks, I help and I stay to help, so unfortunately... Unfortunately, you all are kind of just helping me try and survive until the future. Nope, not getting out of this chair. Wow, they are really pushing me. Hello, people from the future. I hope you have a good day. Me too, Sam. Me too. You know, not that they can actually, like, see the, not that they can actually see chats. Unless, like, you know, they decide to go over to Twitch TV for some reason and see the chat there. Whatever. Basically, I think the crux of the matter is, don't drive drunk, don't stream when in some amount of emotional distress. I think that's the real takeaway here. At the same time, though, I don't know. When I started streaming and I found people to follow, people who are like, you know, small indie VTubers like myself, people who are just like, you know, doing their thing, and then, you know, maybe I would pop in to be able to watch their streams. I was mostly just following them on Twitter. There were always people that, through no real fault of their own, right, got into the habit of just like canceling streams regularly. And understandably, they would say things like, sorry, not feeling well today, or sorry, just not like up for it, or I've actually been having a really hard time. And like, I always understood the feeling that incurred. At the same time, though, it would happen so often that I had to wonder if, like, are you really in a position to stream right now? Like, are you sure that this is the thing that you should be doing and that you shouldn't, like, I don't, take a hiatus, take a siesta, go on off and, I don't know, not do the streaming? Take some time, work on yourself? And I did do that for myself, too. I absolutely did that. Where I just wasn't sure I wanted to continue streaming. I ended up coming back to streaming in part because, like, streaming is fun. I enjoy doing that. But also because I kind of needed the regularity in my routine. Even now, I can't imagine canceling stream just because of something like that emotional burden that I was trying to work through and process. And yet, would it have been kinder to myself to do? Would it have been kinder to both me and the audience to say, like, sorry guys, you know, no stream today because like emotion wise I'm feeling pretty rough and I don't want to like bring that energy to the stream. Or was it better to, you know, let people see that I am also human? If you pricked me, I do in fact bleed, and I am bleeding quite a bit. Oh dear God, please go get a mop. Go to, we're gonna... I think there's merit to both. But I also think that it really depends on why you're doing the thing. Oh, whoop, there goes my bird. If my intent had been, say, no, I want to go on stream despite having issues so that way we can talk about it. We can talk about mental health issues and make it so that way this sort of thing isn't stigmatized. If I were to say that I had the best of intention and, oh my. Oh my. I have never seen this be a fate before. Holy. Ah, the Smash Makara. Yeah, I have never seen this be a fate. What the fuck? Wow, okay. Huh. Oh, I only get to pick one, huh? Wow. This color matching fate? This is so cool. This is really unique. And just like that. Just like that. Two certificates of collaboration? Wow. Okay. What the fuck? Damn. Okay. Real quickly. I want to read this comment from Hop in. Kind of related, there was this time we were working with birds and a parrot would not stop bleeding after taking a blood sample. So I stole a bicycle to get from point A to point B at the zoo. Get the medicine for that, stop the bleeding, then give the bicycle back to the owner. That's wild. That is wild. Also, hold on, is this where we exchange the... Ah, not yet. Alright, let's do it. Oh my god. More? More cheer? Okay. No more pity mode. Reading time. Quiet visit in Thamora! 'Tis my great pleasure to welcome you to this year's Little Ladies' Day festivities. Have you partaken in this year's concerts yet, my friend? The Songbirds and Sensual Prince are, as ever, our shining stars on stage, and they've been practicing oh so diligently for this event. My, how marvelous. With seasonal sensations, the Songbirds and Seneschal Prince's performance have propelled the popularity to a fervorous pitch. Their economic exploits have defied every expert's expectations, as they balance billions of gil and gains. The masses cannot help but contemplate, why do folks flock to them? What forces drive this formidable font of funds to flow? Ahem. Forgive me my rashness rambling. I am Dorotharo, renowned reporter for the Mithril Eye. I mean to gather information on these prominent performers and pen a piece for our next publication. Easy there, Peter Piper. I could scarcely ask for a more perfect opportunity for promotion. Where the mithril eye goes, and fame and prestige are bound to follow. The songbirds and the seneschal prince will be thrilled to hear this. A thousand thanks. Then without further fanfare, I shall solicit the citizens of the city-state for their feedback. Though now that I think on it, my tendency to focus on the financials might poison the piece's perspective, so to speak. An objective observer would be ideal. Like say... a passing... Oh, wait, no. Subjective observer can help, if you're willing to pay. That's much more Thamora. Excellent! Fret not, you'll be duly compensated for your cooperation. Permit me to brief you on our performance then. The knowledge will doubtless prove a useful reference for your upcoming report. I shall begin with the songbirds, the pride of Little Lady's Day. Our talented trio consists of Ulala, dressed in crimson, then we have Narumi, clad in yellow, and of course, Masha Makara, donning blue. They have come far from their humble beginnings, and their tireless efforts have recently borne fruit. Of late, their concerts have taken the realm by storm, winning countless new fans across Eorzea. The International Prince was introduced last year. And 'twould be remiss of me not to mention Peacock, our dashing Seneschal Prince in Violet. He is the newest addition to our lineup, and a rising star in his own right. He stole many a heart last Ladies' Day. Got that outfit too. They inspire one another, as well as their crowds, in equal measure. Their musical prowess is as a fresh spring breeze, breathing new life into the celebration as we know it. This year, we shall be outfitting concert attendees with a unique line of themed apparel and illuminations for the occasion, complete with matching colors for each member of our merry band. So you appeal to all audiences, allowing spectators to support their favorite singer. Sound strategy. Meanwhile, your prize performers pinpoint their most passionate fans in the process, making for a more memorable experience. That, I believe, when I have enough to embark on our excursion. You're set to search the city for some tried and true testimonies. Simply say the word. Do 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 do. They have, ever since like the summer holiday event with the boat and everything, they have really stepped up the events. Let the celebration commence. To begin, I suggest we search away from the stage so as to not startle any spectators. Perhaps we might pursue possible leads near the perimeter of the Gate of Nald. We need but seek out and speak to those in Songbird and Seneschal shirts, shall we? Alright, let's get out of here. Too heckin' crowded. Ooh. Devoted Mashu fan. You're interviewing folks for a piece of the Songbirds and Seneschal Prince? Oh, I'd love to participate. I'm a Masha fan through and through. She has the most amazing voice, and there's something about the way she dances that really speaks to me. You can tell she puts pride into every facet of her performance, and it never fails to take my breath away. In fact, her dedication inspires me to be more mindful in my day-to-day living. Even with something as simple as descending the stairs, I often find myself thinking, I must be careful. Masha needs me. Speaking of dedication, I hear Masha's coming up with one of the limited time dishes being served at the quicksand. We have to sample it for ourselves. So during Masha's perseverance, Masha's perseverance provides a particular sense of purpose past performances, extending to the everyday. Fascinating, all of it. I am going to strangle this little Dr. Seuss. Absolutely clobber him. Keen to learn about our favorite songbird, you say? Well, we here are the Ulala faithful. Gods, where do I even begin? Her presence on stage is second to none. Her warm smile can't melt even the coldest hearts. Maybe small, but the power in her voice more than makes up for it. And that's to say nothing of her passion for her fans and the music. It's why she dons such fiery red hues. Speak for us all when I say we'd do most anything for her if she asks with that winsome little smile of hers. So your small yet esteemed senior's stunning stagecraft stir your sentiments, you say? Duly noted. Suppose I can sympathize. I'm gonna bop him. I'm gonna bop him. With that, I assume we've accounted for all the aficionados in the area. However, the Masha fan tells it true. These seasonal songbird snacks are bound to bring multitudes to Mistress Momodi's establishment. Come, let us continue our queries at the quicksand. I think that was something else that came out last year, was that the Seneschal Prince was going to, like, serve folks. Area. Hey, Redovan. Hey, Sophie. I'll be back for you during Shadow. Ah, you're reporting for the Mithril Eye, are you? Well, as you've doubtless ascertained, I'm one of Narumi's fans. Though she may be the most demure of the three Sombers, she harbors a quiet strength and endless compassion that we cannot help but cherish. She approaches her art so delicately, so exquisitely, that it feels as though she is speaking to all her fans as individuals. It compels us to support her in her every endeavor, that she might always know happiness in the spotlight. So Narumi employs a subtle yet sincere approach. Imagining such a saintly smile on stage, why I could certainly see the appeal. Look at all that. Asking about the stars of Little Ladies' Day? Well, you've come to the right place. Most folk are head over heels for the Songbirds, but I've only got eyes for Peacock. This debut last Little Ladies' Day really won me over. As the Seneschal Prince, he takes it upon himself to treat his fans like royalty. He's incredibly handsome, of course, but his honeyed words and that sweet little smirk are the highlights of his every show. Would that he could be my prince every day. Oh, and when you shine his violet illumination in the crowd, he does notice, even if you're in a very, very back row. Last Little Ladies' Day, he winked in my general direction and... Oh, even if he didn't actually wink at me, I'd like to believe it was so. The mere thought of Peacock's past productions is enough to make most fans swoon. A true testament to his talents. If the rumors are true, he strives to serve all his fans, be they lads or little ladies. Which means there's hope yet that I too can be a princess under his sovereign smile. Oh! As assumed, our performers possess a fiery fan base. With this wealth of wisdom, I am well prepared to write. But one thing struck me as strange. While we were wandering, I espied an elegant young lady surveying the Songbirds and Seneschal stage from afar. Am I interested in interviewing her as well? If she is so inclined, shall we sally forth and see what she says? Trans potato representation? I don't know that it's trans potato representation so much as it's just... Well, first of all, this might actually be a female potato. I think... Hold on. Daro here might actually be a girl. I was gonna say... I might have, Let's not interrogate that any further and just enjoy the fact that he is, in fact, potato. Greetings to you both. I don't believe we met. I'm Aldethia Thorn. Is there aught I can assist you with? Such serendipity! A scion of the honored House Thorn! I had heard that your house had contributed to a substantial sum in support of these festivities. Come to celebrate and see the show, I gather? I mean, with Lala's, one never knows. Yeah, that's about it. I think that's about right. Indeed. On behalf of House Thorn, and out of my own curiosity, I wish to behold the annual concert with my own eyes. It is heartening to know the annual performances have blossomed into such a passionate showcase of song and dance. Would that I could join the audience and show my support. Though you are hale enough to travel this day, I must advise against it, my lady. We cannot risk worsening your condition. Alas, it's as Rodolphe says. I've not the strength to sway to the rhythm and jump about as I please. Less? But from this vantage point, I can at least gaze upon the stage and the audience from afar. A rather enlightening experience, all told. Even from this distance, it's easy to tell how much the performance means to all of them, how joyful they all are. I dare say their energy is contagious. Delight and devotion take many forms. If these crowds can find happiness by supporting their beloved singers, if we can garner their interest in this holiday, but even for a fleeting moment, then I could ask for little else. A point you make, my lady, and it's as you've ascertained. All who answered our inquiries delighted in describing their preferred performers, each selecting to celebrate in their own way. There is no correct answer as to how to celebrate the season, for only together could they make Little Ladies' Day the fine festival it has become. Such is likely a significant source of its senior success. I'm good at punter! I must thank you thoroughly for your thoughtful theories. It shall serve as a fine addition to my article. And this on purpose, chat. They are merely my fleeting thoughts that I had as enjoyed the performances, but I'm pleased I could be of use. I wish you both a delightful Little Ladies' Day. I was unaware that the two of you were gathering information for an article of all things. Though perhaps it is better that I had not known. I would have been too nervous to speak my mind. I owe you one for your committed cooperation. Indeed, I've amassed all manner of audit accounts from the fans. Some show support by cheering out cacophonous cries to the stage, while others watch wistfully from a ways off, or make merry by feasting on festive foods. As the performer's popularity proliferates, so too do prospective methods to please their fans. Merriment made for one's pastimes is a mysterious marvel matter. For our favorite fads, we often find ourselves opening our wallets without so much as a second thought. Even I am no stranger to that. But I digress. It's time we saw these songbirds and seneschal prince for ourselves to fully fathom what all the fuss is all about, provided we have permission from the royal seneschal. My tongue is so numb. Welcome back. How fared the interviews? They went well, wonderfully well in fact. As our last task, we wish to watch one of the performances if we are welcome to do so. By all means, I would love nothing more than to read of your impressions when all is properly published. You start with me. For more objective observation, I'd like to spectate the show from afar. Might I ask you to take to the crowds? Excellent. Enjoy the event and we will reconvene once the stage is settled. The handmaiden here will furnish you with a set of songbird-themed attire and portable illumination. Once you've obtained what you require, you need only wait for an opportune moment to join the crowd. During this event, the fate live from Odal will appear on the stage of Nald. In order to participate, you must first speak with the royal handmaiden and prepare yourself to join the songbirds' crowd of fans. The status effect granted to you by the royal handmaiden can be removed at any time by leaving the area or using the special action. Upon joining the fate, you will be given 4 special actions. Each action uses a different colored set of illuminated rods to cheer for the songbirds. Bear in mind, each performer is especially receptive to fans who cheer using their signature. I'm feeling bisexual. You'll be unable to receive a certain quest while the face in the crowd status is active. Status effect granted to you by the royal handmaiden can be removed at any time. Damn. Wait, hold on. Those pants. Are those the Prince Lucian pants? They might be. If Fran was here, he would know for sure. I get inspired by the bundle. Wearing the Raha clothes. Someone really liked the eating raid. Kind of sad the shirt removes the glasses, but wear them if you buy the actual shirt. Ah, yeah, that's true. That's true. It does remove the glasses. Ah, well, so it goes. And like, I'm glad I gave us the extra time to do the event, because I didn't know that there was going to be a fate, but this explains a lot. Previous instances of fate, in fact, does not count towards. Oh, I wonder if I should be able to bring my owl back then. Actually, hold on. What if I went to a concert sale? What if we were both girls and we went to the concert? What if? Can you imagine a world where life actually gets to go on? Get to be happy with. Expressed was Zoe's tireless efforts at the orphanage, a craftsman employed by Rowena's House of Splendors created an automaton version of the Ultras gifted to her sister. Oh, coming. There we go. It's showtime. They brought in all the NPCs. They brought in so many NPCs. Holy shit. So first is Lizard. Now it's Potato. Some of these are players. Yeah, some of these are players, but they also brought in a lot of NPCs, so that way, you know, there could be like only one player and they wouldn't feel awkward. You're either blue team or you're wrong. Damn. Some people already know who their favorite is. This is a cute little event. I don't know how much more work something like this is compared to just like, you know, have a couple of conversations, then player to talk about this, then player to talk about that. But like, I appreciate the extra effort that goes into like just making a little thing out of this. Like, that goes such a huge way towards making these events feel like something worth attending. Also, what do they have Picot doing? That's so silly. We've only got like a minute left on the fate too. What happens if we fail it? Yeah, that's a long cooldown. If you mess up, you don't get another shot to put on the correct color for everyone. That's the idle step? Huh! I think that's the bee's knees, actually. Like, this is the Songbird song. This is, Thomora has this one. But what Peacock is doing over there, I'm pretty sure is the bee's knee. $14. 10 seconds left. Oh, is it based on a timer rather than, like, the actual score? It might. Yay! I got 4 certificates of collaboration. You have my thanks for your participation, adventurer. Your fervor out in the crowds did not go unnoticed. My, what a marvelously masterful performance! Even from a distance, I could not help but offer a round of ardent applause. The fans' passion burned with brilliance that was all but blinding, matched only by the fiery fervor of the performers. I see now why so many are drawn to such shows. Now it's time I inquired about your immersive involvement. How did it feel to savor the sights and sounds of such a spectacle? How will Amora respond? The nod and silence as if you completely understood is really more of a Hiroko thing, I think. No, I take that back. That's more of a Corey thing. Hiroko would probably be an empathize with the undying passion. So that makes the more of an admit that you reveled in every moment. I feel like the more would unironically be able to enjoy idol shows. Excellent, excellent. Thank you for your thoughts. I shall account for your attendance in my article. With this, I should be able to pen the perfect piece, but I dare not delay. Little Lady's Day is only so long after all. I give you my gratitude, adventurer. You have earned your rightful reward. I must take my leave, and may the fates see fit for us to meet again. Till next year. It was a pleasure to see you enjoying the show. Do not hesitate to join in again if you feel so inclined. We've plenty of performances scheduled. I offer you my gratitude for aiding Dural Thural, and wish you a wonderful Little Ladies' Day. Yay! Real devotion. 10 points. And the fate is up once again. Oh gosh. I never got around to actually like getting enough of the Valentine's Day tokens to get the Valentine's Day stuff. There we go. Now we have some fun. We have some more fun cheering mode. Let's see. Oh, okay. So these are the shirts that you can get. And then they have... Oh, okay. They have a scroll. The Little Ladies Day poster. 25. This is 20... No, this is 18. The Ladies Day 18. Green Cherry Tree. Beach and Confetti. Well, we gotta get the scroll. What shirt am I getting? Do I even want the shirt? Hold on. This is green. Oh, wait. No, these are... They're also earrings that we do not have yet. I already forgot which one. Pop them. Pop them. Go. 3 missing. I want to get that one for sure. Then I can get like one more. Do I get the Picard? The Narumi? The Mashu? The Ulala? We can always come back and get more later if we want. Honestly, I'll... This is a new one for me. But like... I don't know. There's guys I like too. Yeah. Look at that. I just have his face on my shirt. Actually. Huh. For a second. Chat, I'm not gonna lie, for a second. I actually thought that, I thought this was fraud for a second. He is just that same shade of Ro. And I was like, Fran, buddy, why don't I see your nameplate? Oh, right, because you're not Fran. You are one of the many instances of Rogadin. There I go. That's where I want to be. This is how we're gonna. Good old Blue Mage. You'd love to see that. Totally not Franz just hanging around. And on that note, let's go ahead and wrap things up. Chat, don't go anywhere. We're gonna go ahead and pass along the raid, but like, thank you all so much for hanging out. Today was definitely a tougher day, even when I was on my weekly phone call. All the things were feeling a little bit rougher. But thank you for hanging out. Thank you for having the grace and patience. Up with it. Anything that goes wrong, have you? We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna raid out. This is gonna be the end of the stream over on the YouTube side. So if you're on the YouTube side, thank you so much for chilling. And over on the Twitch side, we're gonna go ahead and